Hello folks, this is Mike, PC31, the Vinyl Policeman, and today I'm going to show my April pickups. I picked up so much in the month actually that I think I'm going to cut this into two parts because I don't like to go over 15 minutes, so I'm going to do a part one and part two. So I'm going to show some great records in both ones, so try and watch the second one as well. But just first things to say is that I've just done my second thread ever a few weeks ago, which is a Kinks thread. Only takes 5 minutes to respond to, 6 questions about the Kinks. I've had lots of responses already, but some really interesting things come out of the woodwork. I'm going to summarise it all at the end of this month. But if anybody hasn't done it yet and has got 5 minutes to spare and they like the Kinks, then yeah, please do one. Let me know and I'll incorporate your answers with everybody else's. But just a bit of fun, that's all. Steve at All the World's a Stage has been showing some fantastic books recently. A couple of series of different books. One of them really appealed to me. He's got about a dozen of them, and they're books called All the Songs. Really big books, but they cover major artists and all the songs that in detail that major artist has done, with the stories behind them, where they're recorded, the bands involved, etc, etc. Loads and loads of detail that every time you pick the book up you learn so much. So I showed my wife that video with the hope that she'd get something for me, and lo and behold, during the month it worked because this came from good old Amazon, and it's fabulous. All the songs, Bruce Springsteen, and it goes from Greetings from Asbury Park to Western Stars, and it hasn't got Letter to You, come out before that, and it hasn't got the last cover album, but oh my god, it is absolutely crammed with fabulous information. And I kind of know a fair bit about Bruce, but wow, I've learned an awful lot more just by reading this book. As I say, every single song it goes through, the pictures are great, but there's interviews with other artists talking about Bruce and talking about songs and various things. Goes through the E Street Band, but the lyrics, kind of the musicians on the record, the technical team, little bits for Springsteen addicts, little kind of ditties and various things. Fabulous book. So Steve's got Bowie, the Stones, Dylan, Elton John, loads and loads of these, but they are great books. Really recommend those. So vinyl pickups during the month. I get very, very few 7-inch singles now. I've got lots from the past, but I don't tend to pick up 7-inch singles now unless there's a really big reason behind it. Well, this one, there was a big reason behind it because I think it's fantastic. It's PiL's John Lydon's single called Hawaii, which came out recently. And basically it's a tribute. It's a love letter to his wife, Nora, who passed away sadly at the beginning of April. They've been together for nearly 5 decades, and this particular song is all about a vacation I think they had in Hawaii when it was a fantastic time for them. But the lyrics are superb. As I say, it's a real personal message to Nora from John, and it is a beautiful song as well. Academic, the song's lovely, but it's blue vinyl, really, really good. And it's got an edit on the second side, so there's 2 versions of Hawaii basically. John actually put this up as a Eurovision entry. He wanted to become Ireland's representative. Not that I think he's got anything to do with Ireland, but they didn't select him after all. But it's going to appear on PiL's new album later on in the year, End of World, which comes out 11th of August this year. So I can't wait for that one. But, it's a love letter to Nora. Absolutely superb. And I'll play a little bit now. In our hearts, here again, walk here, we're here, you and me. Hello. Okay, an album came out last Friday, and I saw the band last week locally, and they were superb. And it's The Damned, and it's their new album called Darkadelic, and it's their 12th album, first one for 5 years. So it came out this one came out last Friday. Psych, goth, rock, quite heavy rock. It's absolutely superb. There's some wonderful songs on it. Musicianship is superb. I mean, the Damned have moved so far away from that original punk ethos they kind of had. I mean, there's so much more depth to them now. They still got the attitude, the punk, the swagger is still there kind of thing. But now, you know, real goth, psych, and as I say, heavy rock. I mean, Captain Sensible's guitar playing on this is superb. And when I saw them live, his playing was really, really good. I mean, he started off as the Damned's bass player. He's played keyboards for them. But playing guitar now, oh, really good, fantastic. Dave Vanian's vocals, really good, still strong. And some of the kind of lyrics on this and some of the phrasing are superb. I mean, the opening track, the opener, The Invisible Man, is just superb. I'm going to do a needle drop on that one, actually, because I really want you to hear that one. Bad Weather Girl, you're going to realise. Great, I don't think there's any fodder on this album, actually. I'd say every track is pretty strong. Strong recommend. I mean, this has been album of the month with some people, album of the week. Damn fans tend to say this is a return to Phantasmagoria and Strawberries. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. And the band I actually saw play was Paul Gray on bass. And Paul Gray, I mean, joined them, I think about 1980, something like that, very, very early on. So although he wasn't a founding member, he's been there kind of, you know, most of the time. Monty Oxymoron on keyboards, fantastic showman. He was superb live. And Will Taylor on drums, real powerhouse. So this is a recommend from me. Hear this album, folks. It's excellent. Dark. Okay, next album is a band which I've loved for years and years and years. They started off, Kurt Brandon started off as Theatre of Hate, and then him and Stan Stammers formed Spear of Destiny way back in 1982, I think it was. They've made lots and lots of records over the years. I'm going to see them at the end of the month, actually, with Big Country. But really great album. This is a comp album. They've made about 15 comp albums as well, but this one kind of covers probably their key period, the best of 1983 to 88. But just on the fresh side, for those who know Spirit of Destiny at all, The Wheel, magnificent. Rainmaker, superb. Liberator, wow. Prisoner of Love, just those 4 tracks, that's worth the entrance money alone. Absolutely superb. I'll do a needle drop on this as well because, I'm not sure what track I'll play at the moment, but fantastic. Spear of Destiny. Next one is a band that have been around forever, who I never got into. I just haven't really heard them. I've not known, none of my friends had really kind of played them, etc. So they didn't come across my kind of wheelhouse. But it's The Church, Australian psych masters, The Church, who have been around for decades and decades. Probably inspired Gizzard and also Tame Impala. But this is their latest album. It came out in February. This particular album came out on Friday, and that's because it's purple vinyl. So I believe I'm right in saying the black vinyl came out in February, and it was followed up with this one, which I ordered several months ago. So I didn't actually get it till Friday. So I've only played it a couple of times. It's really clever. It's very layered. It's prog, it's psych. The actual musicianship is top notch. It's fantastic. The production's really, really good. I struggle with Steve Gilby's lead vocals, and probably church fans will be horrified by that statement, but they're not vocals that are familiar to me. So, you know, they're new to me, and I don't find them very strong. I don't find them as compelling or the same quality as the music. But it's an album, every time I play it, I find more, it's got a hell of a lot of depth to it. For those in the VC who like prog, yeah, this is definitely worth listening to because it's very, very clever. It's beautiful music. It's a concept album, very dystopian. It's quite a melancholy album, but the music is very, very classy. Double album. They're 26. Hypnagogue, by the way, it's called Hypnagogue. Yeah, I'll do a needle drop on this one as well.
A vision of you, so water clear. The thought of it pursuing me all through these years. Just one click, she disappeared. Maybe you're just being a baby, walking through the darkness, walk on through the storms, and walk on through the roses and the bricks.
Okay, folks, so the reason why I'm wearing this Killing Joke t-shirt is because I picked up 2 Killing Joke 12 inches in a month. The first one is War Dance and Psych. So side 1 is 3 versions of War Dance, the original single and 2 remixes, and the B-side is 2 versions of Psych, original single and live at the Astoria 2003. Amazing splatter vinyl as well. For those of you who are not into Killing Joke or haven't heard very much, War Dance is just epic. It's their absolute anthem. And on the debut album, we got War Dance and Requiem. Those 2 tracks tell you everything you need to know really about Killing Joke. Just absolutely fantastic. Psych was a single, and it was also on a live album called Ha from memory. But yeah, this is a really good 12-inch. I'm enjoying that. And another 12-inch, which came out in the month of theirs, was Lord of Chaos EP, and it's also on a splatter vinyl, but 4 tracks on this one. The artwork for Killing Joke is always absolutely amazing. It really is. Yeah, limited edition EP, 2 studio recordings plus previously unreleased remixes. I'm not sure exactly when this came out because, again, this is one I ordered quite a long time ago, but I only got it kind of last week. But yeah, great stuff. And the last 2 records, just to show you in this batch, I saw Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll show this one a few weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I must have that. Police album. And it's Around the World Restored and Expanded. And so basically it's a live album, Walking on the Moon from Kyoto, Japan, Death Wish, So Lonely, Can't Stand Losing You, Truth, It's Everybody, Roxanne, Born in the 50s, Message in a Bottle, Bring on the Night. There's also a DVD with it, which is a documentary from the tour, and you get loads of clips of lots and lots of songs. Great quality, really well produced, loving that. And the final thing I'm going to show, oh, also it's on a lovely blue vinyl. And the final record I'm going to show is also the Police. They reissued Outlander some more on blue vinyl. I decided to get that because this is my favourite Police album, the debut. This was, when this came out, I was going to parties all the time, so this just takes me back to a fantastic place, fantastic time in my life. And I've got a couple of copies of it, but I've played them a hell of a lot. So I thought, yeah, I'll treat myself to a brand new copy. And blue vinyl, beautiful. We'll go for that one. Right, final thing, folks, is picked up some CDs. Yeah, so the CDs are picked up in a month. Picked up a whole batch. I'll show you half of them now and half of them in sort of part 2. But the first one is Talking Heads' sixth album from 1985, Little Creatures. I've already got this one on vinyl. I haven't got it on CD. I thought I'd pick it up for the car. This is the one with Road to Nowhere on it. Picked up 1979 album, Tangerine Dream's 9th album, Force Majeure. And I haven't got this on vinyl. Given it one play so far. I'm not very impressed. I should give it another go. I picked up a triple album of Brian Ferry and Roxy Music. The first of these CDs is really old Roxy Music, my favourite. Virginia Plain, Do the Strand, all the early stuff, superb. Second disc is later Roxy Music, and the third disc is solo Brian Ferry and some other Roxy. So it's a nice one to pick up. And the last thing I'm going to show you today is I picked up the double CD of the Pink Floyd's The Wall. I've already got this. I picked this up for pennies, and it's perfect condition apart from a crack on the case, which obviously can be replaced. But if anybody wants this, I don't want to be mean, but if anybody wants this in the UK, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, please let us know. Postage is so ridiculous nowadays that I only pay pennies for it, so I don't want to pay lots and lots of money to post it. So if anybody, so apologies rest of the world, but if anybody wants this, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, let us know below. First one who says they want it, I'll send it to them, give me your address, and they can have that, The Wall. So there's a part 2, folks, as I say, and there's some great stuff. I picked up this Mortal Coil, Depeche Mode's new album I'm going to show you, Glenn Matlock's new album, which came out Friday, which is, well, I'll show you that and tell you what I think of it, and several others. So if you can, have a look at part 2 as well. But and have a go at that Kinks thread. It'll only take 5 minutes. Okay, folks, speak soon.